Task 5 is knot tying under tension in a two-handed configuration using a slip knot. Again, we will use our 2/0 soap ligature using both large pieces of tubing on the model. The timer will start with each piece of ligature in alternating hands. We will then cross our hands as shown here. And in this instance we will use a slip knot, so we will not use a surgeon's knot, but simply throw our first throw, coap those pieces of tubing together, and then the ligature must be kept under tension with the second throw coming down as shown here, pulling up on this one before the knot is pushed down, and they will relatively reliably slide down as shown here. We will then alternate into the other configuration and tie a square knot, and then tie yet a fourth knot in an alternating fashion, reversing our hands to ensure that it is square, because with a slip knot configuration, probably following it up with several square knots is in order. We can see that there is no gap between the two pieces of tubing. They are coapted appropriately together. The ligature is within the two areas of colored markings. And then when we go to burst this, it is a secure knot. The ligature bursts, but the knot is in fact intact with the short tails shown here as we configured. I'll show several pitfalls of this technique to avoid. First and foremost is to avoid suture breakage. Again, if you don't cross your hands initially, it'll be much more awkward and more difficult to tie the slip knot. So we'll tie our first knot in that configuration. It is often helpful to tie the second knot in the same configuration, and more than anything is to pull up on the longer strand and push down on the second strand once the tubing is together, and that, as you can see, reliably results in a slip knot. Then we will tie two alternating throws to square them down to finish off the cycle.